Hello AACPS staff, and welcome to the first video in the series about using the Adobe Express Classroom feature. So in this video, we're going to learn how to set up a class and then roster it with the students that you need to enter into each of those classes. So here we are on our Adobe Express class dashboard, and our first stop is going to be to choose classrooms over here from our menu on the left. Once we get to the Classrooms page, you'll see here in the center I have thumbnails for my existing classes, but the leftmost thumbnail is always dedicated to the option to create a new class, and then you'll also see that in the upper right-hand corner as well. So I'm going to select right here, and I'm going to start the process of creating a new class. You notice here that you have to give your class a name, and then you have fields to do subject, grade, as well as class period. That asterisk next to class name denotes that this field is the only one that is required. The other fields are optional if you would like to attach that additional information to your class. Once you have filled in the information that you want to be associated with your class, you can come down and click this bluish purple Save button. I do want to add one additional piece of information. If you choose the drop-down for subject and you choose the subjects that they have available for you, that is what actually determines that banner or picture that appears on your course thumbnail. So if I choose that this class right here is, for example, an English class, when I choose Save, we'll notice that as it creates the thumbnail for my new class, that the picture or banner on that class looks different than the other classes that I have. So the default image is this graduation cap with the apple next to it, but then any other subjects that you choose are going to come up with a different image or banner there. So now that we've created our class, let's move on to how we get students added into this class. So I'm going to select on one of the thumbnails, specifically this one that I've just created. And then you'll see right here in the center, it's the option to create my assignments. And I'm not ready for that yet. I need to get my students enrolled. So that's where I'm going to turn my attention to the upper right, and I'm going to choose this Add Students button here. And then it's going to open a couple of options for me. You'll see that we have the option to invite via class code or link, or invite them via Google Classroom. Now, since we don't use Google Classroom here in AACPS, you are always going to want to choose that top option there, and then it'll give you those additional options. Do you want to give them a link right here at the top? Do you want to give them the code, or copy the class link and then put it into something like your Brightspace course for the students here? So I could simply take this code right here and tell my students to go to Adobe Express from their ClassLink dashboard, select Classrooms, and they'll have an option right there on the page to put in the code given to them by their teacher. Or if I choose Copy Class Link, as soon as they have signed in successfully to Adobe Express, they can click the link that I've shared, and it will automatically take them into the Classrooms feature and enroll them into my class. So it is entirely up to you whether or not you want to give them the code or the class link, but the process of enrolling students is actually managed by the students themselves by clicking on that class link or entering in that class code. So once you've chosen the information that you want to use, you're going to click Done, and as your students get enrolled into your class, they will show up under this menu option right here that says Manage Students, and you will see the entire roster of everyone in your class, including you as the teacher. One additional thing that I'd like to note while we're here: if you have a co-teacher for your class, you can give them the same link or the same code, and when they enter in that code or click that link, they will be enrolled in your class as well, but their role, like yours, will be as a teacher in your class. So you can absolutely have co-teachers, teaching assistants, any other adults and staff members that you want to be a part of your class added to it, simply using the same process that you're going to use to get your students enrolled. So I hope this quick video has helped you see how to create classes and get your students enrolled.